Just like do the thing.
What, to you?
Nah, like it's if we're doing this for Battle Frontier, then you want to be able to reach Battle Frontier. Like I'm not in the server, so.
I mean,
Is there like a channel on the server that's like where you can
you want me
promote
to...
streams and stuff?
I don't think so.
Really? I don't know. Message.
I don't know.
People?
There's like... Who am I messaging?
I don't know. Battle Frontier players. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this to 3 people.
We always do it to 3 people.
We do it to 6.
Okay, I'll just put in the general discussion.
I'm now tweeting as well.
Yeah, I think that's better. Just tweet. I'll ask Amaze to retweet it.
Who's Amaze? Does Amaze run it?
He's one of the, yeah. Well, the Brave Nerds, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just message him. You should have told me this earlier. I could have messaged him. I don't know that you wanted me to like retweet and promote it. Like
this was very unplanned. And as always, if you are watching the VOD, skip ahead to about the 10-minute mark, maybe a little bit longer, if you don't want to see the preamble.
a route is nearby. Yes, I know a route is nearby. Thank you so much, Cam. Yeah, message him. Like, I mean, I would have messaged him earlier if I had known.
Yeah.
That you wanted me to do that, so thank you so much. I mean, you did know about it since Tuesday night, right? So.
Yep.
Did you tweet it yet?
I'm composing. Our live right now, covering the battle.
A lot of people, I think, are doing this. So, I mean, maybe someone just sees it on Twitch, or maybe they just want to learn about another meta. Like, I don't freaking know. Or you're probably gonna get lots of YouTube views too, right? So.
Do they have a Twitter account? Battle Frontier?
Battle Frontier? Maybe. Let me check. Yeah, it's called The Battle Frontier. It's got 244 front. It's Battlefront Pogo at Battlefront Pogo.
At Battlefront Pogo.
And you can also tag if you want to tag
there, you got it.
the Brave Nerds. You can do that. And Rock Paper Slark. One is at Brave Nerds PvP. And the other one is how come I can't find that one?
Battlefront Pogo's enough. I forgot to put the image.
Surprise! What is this? It's fine. You did all that work on the image.
And delete.
Oh, you're deleting it?
Yeah, I need the image.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta have the image, Lyle.
It's
a non-negotiable. And it's pretty. Oh, I got a text. Alright. Isn't that a pretty image?
I don't know. You didn't respond to me, by the way.
Oh, I responded? You asked a question?
Amazed didn't respond to me.
Oh, amazing. I gotcha.
Wouldn't it be better if you did 2 tweets, like one earlier in the day and then like one at the time?
Yes.
Like one before you go to bed, saying like later tonight, and then like one, so people like scrolling Twitter like, oh, you know what? Like I maybe have like a bit of free time later. Maybe I will like watch that.
Yes.
Or like tune in.
You are right.
Should I be in charge of your social media? Like I don't know. You seem
Would
like
you
need help. I don't know, bro. That sounds like a lot. Okay, so anyways, quickly to just go over the Viper Wave thing. This is not at all related to the Battle Frontier, but we're just chatting shit. So it's like kind of interesting. So you can see that like flying is basically banned because you have all the other slots, like flying type is banned, right? So the only flying you can get is Pelipper and Golbat. But like there's also like there's electric here as a type, but there's also a lot of like water as well and grass. So they also banned Cofagrigus and Sableye from the ghost slot. But a Bomb Snow is really good. Lantern's banned in slot 4 to 6, but it's eligible in slot 2 to 3.
Yeah, wow.
So it's a little strange.
Yeah.
And shadows are banned in slot 4 to 6, but not the other slot.
How many lanterns have we seen?
I think probably every team has one, like of the 3 people. Like for me, it's 9.
PM? PM, right?
Maybe. So the team that I built,
it's got to be American.
Slot 1 was Runarigas. Seemed pretty good to me. Because if you look at the types, like there's electric, ground type, and then there's also ghosts. So the only thing you're weak to is like water and ice and grass. So like you have a lot of coverage here. And then I drafted Superior, Dugong, Beedrill, Heliolisk, and Kingdra. That's my team.
Dr. Banner Viper Wave is another team-based cup, so we're doing Battle Frontier for this stream. But
we're confusing you.
Yeah, Lars just taking us through a different team-based format. And
that's done in the. That's so. Battle. That is Unified, which is run by No Fun Pain Dunn, I think is his name. And so it's a 3-person per team format. Where you basically what do you call it? You like battle a different team each week. It's a prize, like there's a cash prize tournament. So I think we came in like 5th last time. Last time the meta was here, we came in 5th, which was pretty good. So there's a lot of little custom metas going on, so you definitely keep your eyes out there if you guys are interested. There is one starting tomorrow, I believe, in Inadequate's Discord called the Greninja Cup, which is pretty interesting as well. I did sign up for it. My team's horrible, and I'm going to get absolutely destroyed, but it looked kind of interesting. So you can see here, if you go and type in the custom rankings that he has made for the Greninja Cup, so the number 1 Pokemon is Greninja. And basically, almost every Pokemon in this cup loses to Greninja.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to want to have Greninja on your team. And then the rest is kind of up to you. But
does that start?
Tomorrow. Okay. Like, are you in Inadequate's Discord? I think you are, right?
I thought I was. I think it might have been a victim of my last clean out.
You aren't. I can invite you.
Yeah, cool. And may as well check an invite to that Unified server as well.
Sure. Oh, Unified, I sent you an invite already.
Oh no, the Battle Frontier one.
Dude, you're just gonna remove it later.
No, I'll stay in. I need my pick 6 practice.
Definitely interested in building any Greninja.
Not,
Yeah, so I
not
think
interested.
you definitely want high attack Greninja for this one.
Oh, really?
You can change me. Well, because I think winning CMP in a Greninja Cup is going to be pretty important, right? What do you say?
I mean, yeah, but like, who kept the high attack ones?
I mean, I might have kept one. It says it, like, if you look at its key losses, it loses a Shadow Steelix just because like Dragon Tail is kind of insane. It loses to Shadow Alakazam because it's like it's the only Pokemon really with counter in this meta. So let's just say my team has a Shadow Alakazam and a Shadow Steelix on it.
I might be taking that idea.
Yeah, there's lots of good picks here too. There's also Giraffrig knows Double Kick.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting looking meta. I don't know if how good it's going to be, but I think Sosa Flow is also going to be in it. So
cool.
He kept messaging me. He said he wanted to do a practice round. So I'm like, well, sure, whatever you want, sir. But I was busy earlier tonight. As for play Pokemon, yeah, I just think like, I don't know. I would advise against running a Bomb Snow, but I mean, you're your own person, so you can run whatever you want. It just seems like it doesn't beat a lot of things.
The Registry thing is a little concerning.
And like, don't you just get out bulked by like all the tanks in the meta right now, like Lickitung, Umbreon, and stuff like that? Like,
I filled up the rest of my team with tanks. Like Abomasnow is literally the one non-tank. I guess Gligar would also count.
Gligar's pretty bulky,
but it's not like a tank.
It's kind of. Have you used Gligar yet?
I don't think I have actually since the update.
It's really good. It's really good.
I know it is tanky, but like when you say tank, you think of Lickitung, Umbreon, Diggersby.
Yeah, it's not quite that bulky, but let's see here. Gligar is around it's 2000 stat product. Pretty good. Like it's not like Lickitung probably like I think like 22 or something.
Oh, 22.
No, it's 22.
Jeez.
Lickitung not as bulky as you think it is. It just has like a lot of stamina. So, yeah, the question is, do you run Shadow Gligar or not? That's a tough question.
It's easy for me because I don't have Shadow, so.
Well, I hope you're doing some Shadow raids right now.
I attempted a Shadow Gligar raid yesterday and couldn't do it.
You can't solo it unless you have actual counters. Which you don't.
I did have a bunch of Mamoswine.
Like Ultra League, Mamoswine?
I don't know how much they were built up.
How are they all level 50?
No, shit no.
Well, so I solo Gligars, and I go around. I did one earlier today actually, and I got one of the ones I'm looking for. I'm looking for because I have a decent IV one, but I'm looking for another one with high attack because there's a wing attack breakpoint you can get on Metacham.
Ooh.
But you need like a really high attack. Like I think one of the best ones you can get is with IV wise is like 15, 14, 13 or something like that. But so I use a level 50 Mamoswine, a level 50 Shadow Mamoswine, and a level 40 Galarian Darumaka. And then I also have a level 50 Mega Abomasnow that I use sometimes. But like once those three die, I just like run or quit the thing, and then I revive them, and I go back in with those three Pokemon. Okay. And I can, like, I think there was like 20 seconds left or something today when I did the raid.
Wow.
So, yeah. I purposely powered those ones up because I want to grind. I wanted to do more of the Shadow Gligars. And you have to do them by yourself, right? Like, you have no choice.
Yeah, no one's going to raid with you.
Unless... Hey, local buddy. I am kind of pissed that Zapdos is leaving next month. Shadow Zapdos, when like we literally had 3 months of Shadow Articuno that nobody gave a shit about. Now actual meta relevant like Shadow is legendaries in raids, and they only have it for 1 month, and now we're going to Moltres. Like, hello, I was like not like going hard because I thought we had the whole season. Now all of a sudden they're like screwing me over. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I promised on GoCast that I'd do at least 4 of those raids, so I better get onto that.
The Greninja thing is in Martin's district. Yes. The Greninja thing is in Inadequence's Discord. So if you want, I can post a link in chat. If anyone is interested in joining the Discord, I will do that right now. Let me find it. Let me just do that real quick.
And then I'll just quickly ban you for posting links in the chat.
Dude, we have 4 viewers. This is fucking sick.
That's 33% more than what I thought we'd have.
Yeah, it's Candle Call. I'll just post it here just in case anyone is not in it, but just in case, you can join that one for sure.
All right. So walk me through Savannah Cup.
Okay, let me see if I can find the. Let me see if I can find the. What is it called? What is that thing called? Like the little brochure or whatever.
Brochure.
Where did they put that?
I see Regirock is like a fair way above everything else.
Yeah, Regirock's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just bring this over to Chrome, and then I have it here.
Look at all these key losses. There's like nothing below 400.
I mean, key losses, but there is losses below 400. Okay, so Savannah Cup. What is Savannah Cup exactly? So we can see
Grass, electric, normal, and bug, plus those 6 Pokemon. No shadows, no megas, and none of those 7.
You can't see the bottom of it. My screen on.
Yeah.
I can't go any lower.
So it's so you can see the top 4: Diggersby, Pidgeot, Vigoroth, and Double. There's also no Lantern, Unova, Stunfisk, or Noctowl. Interesting that they still felt Noctowl was ban-worthy.
It says before the update, but I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, there is some other fighters or flyers, like normal flyers, like. But I guess they just felt like these ones were going to be maybe 2 RPS in the meta. I don't know. Because as you can see, it's like bug, grass, normal type. There's only one type that really counters flying. But they also added Regirock, you know, Quillfish. I've never seen anyone use a Quillfish. Blaziken, Tyranitar apparently, or sorry, not Tyranitar, Tyrunt, Poliwrath, and this thing, what's it called?
Togetic.
Yeah, Togetic.
Interesting. The top 2 are ones that they added in.
Yep. So basically, this meta is like revolves around Regirock. But unlike Registeel, it is a rock typing, so it doesn't quite have as good of defensive typing. So there is a lot of grass. Like if you see here, like Superior is number 8. That does pretty well against Regirock. Blaziken's number 6. That also does pretty well against Regirock. It says that it loses or wins, but it's very close because Stone Edge obviously hurts quite a bit. But we have Buzzwole here. That does really good against Regirock too. So, like you can see, but Regirock's ranked really high, but we have like 2 counter users, 3 counter users here in the top 10, plus a grass type, right?
Would you actually Focus Blast a Blaziken? I would suspect the Stone Edge doesn't quite KO where a Focus Blast would. Or does the Stone
You probably
Edge
don't make it. You probably don't make it to a.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they get to the move there. Oh, maybe you do make it to a Stone. Focus Blast does, much more damage. No, you probably don't make it to a Focus Blast, my guess. No. Just too much damage being output there by the Blaziken. I haven't seen a Blaziken yet, though. Also, so like from my team building standpoint, like I put like Regirock on every team, like that I'm running because it's like super strong, right? That's the way that I look at it. I'd say I can pull up some of the usage data too if I could find it. Is the usage here?
Damn, Retro Rock Buzzwall.
What?
I'm just wondering what to pair with the Retro Rock.
Yeah, Buzzwall. Buzzwall is better. Like so I tried pairing Polyrath with the Buzzwall, but problem is they just have too many
Buzzwall or
shared
Retrock?
weaknesses. Pardon?
Yeah, you tried pairing Polyrath with Buzzwall?
Or Regirock, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. But they just had too many shared weaknesses, what I found, and like it just didn't synergize well on a team. So I ended up mainly. I think Buzzwall is a better fighter because you can beat like the grass types, a lot of the grass types that Regirock can struggle with, right? And you also can beat the other fighters, such as like Polyrath and such. Okay, so can you see this on your screen?
I can. It's very tiny for the viewers. And for me.
Okay, let me try to move it
Yeah,
over.
much
and
better.
How come I can't make this bigger? Okay. Okay, I'll zoom in. Can they see that, or is that fuzzy?
It's good enough.
Okay, so here's Aurora. This is our Savannah. This is week 2.
It says week 1.
I don't. Oh, this is week 1. Never mind. let me just get it so it's only Savannah, so it's less confusing. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't move it. No, I can't move it any smaller. Okay, so
Only 70%.
71% usage Regirock, 68% Polyrath, Dunsparce 50. I didn't like Dunsparce very much. Roserade 47. Wormadam is like very common. Buzzwall, Tropius. Like these are all pretty top picks, and then it kind of drops off after that. But like you still see these picks are like 10, 15%. Like they're still being used. Like Zapdos is actually pretty good, I think. I used Alolan Raichu week 1, and it was really good for me. And then if you scroll to week 2, you see the trends here. So Regirock is up a little bit. Polyrath dropped off a lot from 68 to 57%. Dunsparce's went up. Wormadam also went up a lot, which makes sense. But if you look at some of the other picks that rose, like Oranguru, I used Oranguru. I think it's really strong. And week 1, Tropius was dropping. I'm not too sure about that. I did like Tropius a lot, but I mean, it was really strong for me week 1. Alolan Raichu stayed around the same. Zapdos stayed around the same. Superior Rise. I think Superior is like pretty strong too. So, yeah, those are the sort of the trends. But
so I'm liking the look of Tropius because like grass is looking good against your Regirock and Polyrath. The flying type to beat the Buzzwole, it doesn't get walled by Wormadam like what all your other grasses would.
yeah, you actually can beat Wormadam. It's like it's not the most comfortable matchup in the world, but see they have the meta wrong here too. They have Registeel listed here. I don't know why. But if you look here at the Wormadam matchup, wait, is Wormadam down in the meta here? Oh my god. This is super stuffed, dude. How would they not have Wormadam in the meta? So if you look, it's like really close. But like Tropius does win this. And this is default IVs. Like, this is actually default versus rank 1. So if you look at like rank 1s, yeah, like Tropius wins 1s and 2s, barely loses 0s. Which is nice having a grass type. It's like I felt like it was pretty flexible when I was running it. So my biggest thing with team building in this cup was like, since Regirock, like basically it can lose to things, but it can fight back against pretty much everything in the meta, right? So I was like just trying to build a team around Regirock. That was my plan.
And what'd you end up on?
So the team that I ended up running in week 1 was Buzzwall, Regirock, Arangaroo, Tropius, Greedent, and Alolan Raichu.
Greedent is interesting.
Yeah, Greedent doesn't seem to be that popular. It's down here at number 45. But, like, the thing is like, you have really good coverage against some of these electric types in the meta, right? With Mudshot. You lose to Regirock, but it's sort of like a playable matchup. And, like, you see some of the matchups with the fighters, like 470, 427 with Blaziken, Buzzwole. Like, it's not horrible. Poliwrath is the bad one. That's probably because they're running Pup. But, like, I felt like I was looking at, like, a generalist, like a bulky generalist, and I just felt like Greedent more flexible. Set, Tackle, Bullet Seed, Mudshot. Felt more flexible than someone like Dunsparce.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is why I ran it. One of the reasons I ran Alolan Raichu. So if you look at electric types, electric is also a pretty strong typing in this cup. This is a new addition. Is Charjabug. It wasn't this high before, but now it's getting Volt Switch.
Yeah, and that's this Saturday, isn't it?
You can't use it this week.
Okay.
But starting next week, you're going to be able to use Charjabug, and, like, it loses to Regirock obviously because it's a bug type. But it has, like, a lot of good play here. Like, you beat pretty much all the fighters. You beat a lot of the other electric types because of X's or Crunch. You have Magnezone, Togedemaru, like the steel subtyping helps a lot against the grasses. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Also Zapdos, I've seen a lot of people, like, getting really high on this thing too. It's similar to, like, Tropius, where it's like you can hit back against things like with the Drill Peck. It's recommending Thunder. I think, don't you want Thunderbolt?
Yeah, you would. Well, Zap Cannon.
I don't think you want Zap Cannon. The problem is my Zapdos is so bad, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I traded for one, and it's literally like a 9-4-2 or something. Luxray was another common one. The reason I chose Alolan Raichu was just its ability to deal with the fighters more consistently.
Double electric moveset?
Well, you can. The thing is, like, it's like factions, right? So you can basically tailor your team based on what your opponent brings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was running Wild Charge, Thunderbolt or whatever, or Thunder Punch on it.
Yep.
And I just felt like it was pretty strong. The problem with a lot of the steel types I found is, like if you're already building around Regirock, like, a lot of the other good stuff in the meta also is, like, weak to counter.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like Zap or Togedemaru or Magnezone or like, because you have normal types, right? You have, like, Dunsparce had high usage.
So can you just load up with anti-counters then? Like, if you want Regirock and a steel type, or Regirock and a normal type, can you then just load up the rest of your team with 4 anti-fighters?
Well, a lot of the anti-fighters. Yeah, then you might run into some trouble with, like, a Dunsparce or something, right?
Yes.
Like, then, I mean, the Dunsparce Regirock matchup's, like, super playable for Regirock. Like, it's not that bad. Like, it says it wins with, like, a 505 battle rating, so it's, like, pretty neutral. But you don't. Yeah, I didn't like Dunsparce, but it's pretty good, and that's another reason why I liked Arangaroo a lot too, because it is ranked number 51 as well. But like, you beat all the fighters, you beat Roserade, you can beat Dunsparce. Some people, like, Lickitun's also eligible in this cup. It's ranked 41, but, like, people love using Lickitung, right? and it does beat Regirock with the Power Whip. So, but there is a lot of other normals too. That's the problem. Is like when I was team building, is I wanted to. It was hard to cover a lot of things, and then I found like if you run like a lot of grasses and stuff too, because like I was also considering like Buzzwole, some grasses like Wormadam and stuff. Then you end up leaving yourself very weak to something like a Swellow, or there's Swellow, there's Staravia. Rufflet is number 11, which is also pretty good.
It's got to be level 50 though, right?
Rufflet's not level 50. I think
Really?
it's close, but it's not a level 50. It's saying well, it can go to level 50,
Yeah.
but the rank 1 is level 48.
Oh, well, that's fine then.
Well, we did have a spotlight hour for it, so I really like if there's something coming for a spotlight hour that you really want to get XLs for, it's pretty easy just to like get Omega 3 going and like go grind for like half an hour, and you'll have enough
Omega
XL.
3 going.
Well, just work on your megas.
Yep. I've been very slowly doing that. I'll have Omega 3 one day.
Right. So, I mean, maybe not now, but eventually you will, get your Mega 3. So that basically is the brush, like the core, the circle of the cup is like. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at this Quillfish. I don't mind that. Like it's beating all your counter users, and it's beating Regirock.
That surprises me. Because I feel like a Stone Age. Okay, all he does is 62%. That is surprising. I don't know why. No one's ever used Quillfish. Maybe Quillfish just kind of... Is it just underwhelming?
Might be a bit of a sleeper.
You lose to all the electric
All
types.
the electrics, yep. You're losing to Dunsparce, which is a big one.
You're barely beating Buzzwole.
And it wouldn't like the Wormadam.
Yeah. Again, Registeel's listed here, but...
So, like, Confusion users are a big counter, and your electrics. Right,
Let's look at all the meta. It's got a pretty decent rating against the total meta. Yeah, a lot of grass, Wormadam.
Eevee's there.
Loses to Chinchou.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much info we can get from this, to be honest.
Oh, just curious to see
I'm just
what
thinking,
the
like,
general...
the meta, sure, the core meta, sure, but I don't know about the extended meta.
I was joking about the Chinchou.
Right.
I was looking at typings mainly.
Sometimes.
I wanted to see the typings. If you look specifically for water types, there's not that many.
Yes.
These things all get one shot.
Mm-hmm.
The bug types all just get one shot by Regirock. So if you're a water type that's losing to Regirock, you're probably not going to be amazing. Plus, like it has like Shadow Claw, and like there's a lot of steel types and flying types as well. So I just feel like that's why they're probably ranked so low. The Quillfish is interesting. Like it also has Water Gun, right?
Would you want to run Water Gun?
I mean, depending on what your opponent's team is, maybe.
Okay, yeah,
right?
So, because you can make that choice in the moment, can't you? I mean, it would be a lot better against Regirock with Water Gun, wouldn't it?
Yep, it would.
But then less good against Poliwrath.
Yeah, it seems like you pick up a lot of other losses, but again, that just depends on your opponent. Like, you do have the flexibility. Also, for the charge moves, like Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, you would definitely probably always want to run Aqua Tail.
Yeah.
It is glassy, but I don't hate the pick for sure.
Yeah, right.
It's one of the only viable water types.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is you have the poison subtyping, which would help you against some of the grass types that Poliwrath would struggle against.
Yeah. And resisting that fighting damage, like, yeah, like that's why it's beating all the counter users.
You would have to be careful leaving yourself too weak to Wormadam, though.
Yeah, right. Which
because I know from my teammates that's like a pretty popular pick, and a lot of them really like it, and they think it's like pretty safe. So.
Because Wormadam also beats the Regirock. Is that right?
No, it loses.
It loses, really. So the Confusion plus Iron Head isn't enough. Yeah, so it doesn't get to the second. What if it's got like a... How much energy lead does it need? Like, 1 Confusion.
I don't know why it's not showing rank 1s here. Interesting. I personally, as a Regirock, I don't shield the first Iron Head.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, it only does 40%. Like, I mean, I think double Stonage is enough, pretty much. Not quite.
Not quite, yeah. Which can make it a bit awkward when it's got shields up. Like, do you try the Stone Edge? When do you go for the Focus Blast?
I pretty much Stone Edge everything.
Yeah, okay.
There's no reason to...
that makes it awkward, because, like, the second Stone Edge doesn't KO.
Yeah, but you can lock on down if you want to shield once.
So how much HP does the second Stone Edge leave them with?
9.
9. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, so they need a rank 1 to survive. Not exactly a rank 1, but they need a pretty high rank to survive that.
Yeah, they need an XL one, and then like if you want to shield once, you have 16 HP roughly, and like you basically come out with a Stone Edge. So
yeah, okay.
And then you're gonna like you get switch advantage, and you're gonna throw a Stone Edge at something. It's pretty good for you. Always using Regirock as like my counter to Wormadam. Pretty consistently. Because the team I was running, actually the team I ran was pretty weak to Wormadam. And they can also run Bug Bite too.
Would they?
Right? Depending. Like, they win the zeros with Bug Bite. Just barely. So, it does help in some matchups. We actually ran Bug Bite last week because of... basically, one of our members of our team brought a team that was basically 5 times weak to Escavalier.
No, really?
And the opponent brought Escavalier. Yeah, he had, like, on his team was, like, Superior, Magnezone, Regirock, and, like, Wormadam. And then his only counter was, like, a Rufflet. So we actually determined that Bug Bite was better against Escavalier because you're doing more damage.
Yeah.
And you can actually, like, be really annoying and chip it kind of low.
Yeah.
So, and he ended up 3-0ing. Don't ask me how. I have no idea.
What a scrum.
Yeah. So I think it depends, but it makes like the one I think benefit of Wormadam is it's like anti-fighter and like flexibility, right? So if you're running Bug Bite, then like Buzzwole just kind of like claps you, and so does like Blaziken and stuff like that, right? So yeah, and Roserade probably. So
yeah, team dependent.
You have to be careful. Do you have any questions at all so far? Like, it's not the deepest meta, but it's definitely some interesting... I think it's, like, more of a... There's not that many typings, but you can, like, always, like, sub in different Pokemon of that typing based on what you need to fill out your team, right?
So, what roles would you say you could double up on?
Grass.
Yeah. So, like, Tropius and... Like, Tropius is your go-to grass, right?
I think so, but apparently it's dropping out of the meta. I think more people are leaning towards like Rufflet and like Zapdos, or like potentially even a Molga. as their flying types. This is recommending aerial ace acrobatics. I've also seen like discharge aerial ace because it's just spammier.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen really many Togetic yet. So
what's your
I liked
Togetic?
Maybe just like against grass types, you have aerial ace.
Aerial ace, ancient power.
And other flying types, you have ancient power, and I'm not sure what the benefits would be.
Beating Dunsparce, and it's no, it loses to Regirock. I was going to say, beats Ariados.
Yeah, I guess like some of the bug types, maybe Togetic could be more popular with something like a Charger Bug. If people are actually running like X's or Crunch, maybe like you could at least have fight back a bit against it. Although it does take neutral to flying type moves, so. The thing I did like about Tropius is it does like the flying type stuff, but it also can like hit back against Regirock. Like you have potential win cons there, depending on shields and energy, right?
Stone Edge.
Yep, you survive one Stone Edge. Stone Edge does about 60%, and Leaf Blade does 43%. So, like with a few air slashes, you can kill with almost like 2 Leaf Blades. Like for instance, like Tropius wins the 1-0s. Right? And comes out with 3 HP.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at like Omolga or something like that, like you just lose the 1-0s too. Even with discharge.
And I imagine Tropius with a bit of energy could flip all those even shields.
Yeah, it was really good for me. Not gonna lie. But my opponent week 1, he ran a team pretty weak to Tropius, so it made it kind of hard on him.
Frederick on YouTube says, live, or is it about to end again? I think we're getting to the end. But,
yeah, well, I mean, we've been going for about an hour now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little bit under that, but we're not going to go super in depth. But I think it's just nice to talk about some of the general. Steel type is definitely very strong, for sure. If you look at steels. Because you have the ability to, like, with some of these things, you just completely wall some of the flyers, right? I don't
think we established there'd be too many flyers. We said Emolga and Tropius, I think.
I think you probably are going to see one flyer on every team.
Yeah.
Just to, like, so you're not so weak to grass types, right? Emolga, Tropius, Zapdos. That's the nice thing about the Emolga and stuff like that is it does really, or Zapdos does pretty well against Tropius, right? You do have Escavalier here. Like if we look specifically at steel types, like Magnezone, these things destroy your flyers. Then you have Fortress, which actually can beat Regirock with Heavy Slap. Oh, Escavalier is like super sus, though. I don't know if I like it. It's just too glassy, I think.
Fred, if you head to the Pallet Town channel, there is a stream that we did on Psychic Cup.
Yeah, we already did one on Tuesday, Frederick. So you can go check that out at Pallet Town, YouTube.com or whatever it's called.
PalletTownYouTube.com.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's really much else we need to talk about here. Pretty short and sweet, I guess.
Yeah.
There is some interesting picks, but I just couldn't fit them into my teams when I was trying to build. Like Lopunny.
And
you have like
ranks.
Yeah, you have double kick. You have a ice type move. You have a fire type move.
Triple axle fire punch. I mean,
triple axle.
Is there a case for Focus Blast?
Maybe. I mean, again, it could be dependent on what your opponent's team is, but like, It's definitely a very interesting thing because the ice, like you have pretty interesting coverage with the elements there. I would say just being a normal typing, I think does hold it back. There's not a lot of like ghosts in the meta, right? So I think like normal typing is not exactly like amazing typing for this meta.
So this is low punny with triple axle and focus blast, and then low punny with triple axle and fire punch. Fire punch gains all these wins and loses these, and one of the losses is Registeel.
Yeah, Registeel, which is not in the meta. Yeah. So I think he is aware of it, but he hasn't fixed it yet. Yeah. So
yeah, that's a lot of damage the fire punch is doing.
There's a lot of Pokemon here that just seem like kind of a little strange. Like, also what we talked about before, if you look at the ratings, right? So down at number 22, we're already at like 84.9. So what I found was like, you have Regirock, and then you have some picks in the high 80s, and then after that, like everything seems kind of interchangeable, right? Like you're saying, like, oh, Greedent's like rank 45, but it's like 82.5, and like, right, rank
there's not much difference.
20 is 85, so it's like very minute difference, right?
Yeah, you could absolutely make a case for both Greedent or Miltank. Like, you know,
Trevenant,
really
I've seen quite a bit as well. Trevenant is like somewhat popular because of like Regirock plus Fighter Core, right?
Yep.
And there's not like a ton of normal types, but if people start using those rufflets and stuff, if you see the rufflet usage go up, it does become pretty, you know, everyone remembers the good old days of the play Pokemon circuit, right?
What, the Trevenant meta?
Well, no, I was going to say the Trevenant Noctowl meta.
Ah, yeah.
You know, heaven forbid.
I've deliberately forgotten.
Heaven forbid you get the Trevenant matched on the Swellow.
You want to just keep going down the list, see if anything stands out to you?
Yeah, like I said, I did use Greeting before. Beedrill is interesting. You do have Drill Run.
Anti-Fighter. I mean, you're having to shield every single Stone Edge, which is a problem.
Oinkoloing, I don't think is very good. It just doesn't have the... Like, you have Body Slam Dig. You might as well just go with Greedent at that point, because you have a better flexibility in the fast moves, right? Spinda's interesting. I didn't consider it yet, but you have Dig, you have Icy Wind. The problem is the fast move is just very, very low damage, right? So, and you're only at 1380 at level 50. So,
we were talking before the stream about something that beats both Gligar and Lantern. Huh?
What, Gligar and Lantern?
Yeah. Spinda, baby.
Does Spinda beat Lantern?
Surely.
I mean, Arrow lost to a Spinda at a regional before.
There you go. That was before the update.
There was a Spinda guy. I have a Spinda. You do know that, right?
See, Dr. Banner's with me. A Abomasnow.
Just use Sand Slash, Dr. Banner. You know what beats Gligar, Lantern, and Abomasnow? Sand Slash.
The Lantern matchups are very iffy.
Now, this is an interesting pick that I haven't really considered yet, but Snorlax, because you do have superpower, right? So, and it's similar to like a Lickitung, but you are able to hit back against some of the normal types, and even Regirock, like, depending. I'm not sure how much, let me check how much superpower does. It does about half.
A quick one. Congratulations to Frederick on the shiny Mr. Mime. Continue.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, sir. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other real picks that stand out to me, but it's kind of like as I said earlier, there's a lot of similar Pokemon that just have slightly different wins. You know what I'm saying?
There's no place for Obstagoon in the meta, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like it's just
like everything is counters, like fighters plus flyers.
Even Regirock has like Focus Blast. You're gonna have to shield that matchup.
Yeah.
Like I just think other counter users are better. Like I would say probably Lopunny's better than Obstagoon, because at least Lopunny has like ice and fire type moves to hit back against the flyers and stuff and the grasses, whereas Goon just like, as we already discussed, there's not many dark or ghost types, right? So yeah, I think a lot of these picks down here are not that great. Pidgeotto, if you want.
I'd throw in Whimsicott there as an option. Because it's got nice coverage against fighters.
Where was that? How low was that?
That's 37.
Oh, it's 37.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely playable. Pardon? I think your thing there.
What?
Okay, so Frederick, we're talking about this cup right now.
Hacks
Are you?
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about so Savannah Cup is it's a non-GBL cup. It's a grassroots format. So it's like run by a Discord server.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. In general, it's a pretty dynamic meta. It didn't feel like 2 RPS to me, and like it felt like if you could bring proper counters to like deal with Regirock's weakness, you could kind of like use it as a very flexible pick. That's kind of how I went around team building for this.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thanks for joining us. With 2 viewers, I don't think it's necessary to rate someone, but
No. I mean, better than 0, right?
Yeah, it's several times better than 0.
We are trying to build content for Pallet Town PvP.
That's
maybe
right.
in the future, when some of these things become more popular, they'll think about us when we're 7 viewers, because there's also some people on YouTube, and we're gonna get lots of clicks on the YouTube vid for sure.
Next time I'll be a bit more proactive with the promotion, because this was.
Are you doing a meta breakdown in 6 minutes for this?
I think I've got a bit too much going on.
That's fine. I was just wondering if I if I had to share the video or not, try to promote it or something.
If we've got time over the weekend, I'll do it.
What do you got coming up?
Just a whole bunch of like little jobs.
Poker?
I've got a to-do list that is.
Any poker stuff?
Poker, no poker stuff. I've got to do some stuff for like other jobs that I've got, like the quiz nights that I'm running. No
problem, Frederick. Yeah, you get that Lopunny ready for the meta that you might never play in, but that's okay. Lopunny is still an interesting spice pick, and actually, now that I mention about it, the upcoming cup, the Sunshine Cup, we're not going to talk about it till next week. But I think actually Lopunny might be pretty good in that that cup.
Oh.
Well, if you look at it, like look at the top of it, like Vigoroth, Double, like Victini. It's 40. I mean,
wait,
it's not horrible.
Beats Victini?
Beats what?
Did you say Lopunny beats Victini?
I didn't say that. I said it's 40.
I could have sworn you
Doesn't
said
beat
Victini.
Victini. No, Victini's the 7th ranked Pokemon in this cup.
And I was gonna say, like, yeah, Lopunny's moves are all resisted.
I thought this was the other meta. I'm not as excited about this meta.
It's no Psychic Cup.
Oh wait, is this the meta that I remember? Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Okay. Oh, hey,
Oh,
we're
my
up to
neck
3
is
views.
killing me.
Yeah, what's killing you? Your neck.
Neck. Ugh.
Need a massage? Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. So I'm not crazy. Fred heard it too.
Fred heard what?
Yeah, that low punny beats Victini.
Bro, you guys are coping. You guys are coping.
Yeah. We both heard the same thing, and we're the crazy ones. All right. Thanks for everyone.
Okay, have a good night, everybody.
We are gonna end the stream. Make sure to, if you are playing in Savannah Cup, make sure to share the VOD.